Do you really, really love yourself? And I know that sounds really crazy, but I was like talking to somebody the other day, and they've been having a little bit of difficulty with their relationship over the past few months. And what kept kind of ringing in my head was, do you really are you trying to get love, or are you trying to give love, right? Because if you're feeling empty and you're feeling like you're struggling in a relationship and you're just trying to get love because you're not filled up, how do you give love, right? Because if you are having to wait for somebody, if you're this person and you have to have this person react a certain way in order for you to feel love, you're basing your life on an external thing that you may be disappointed in. Maybe that other person isn't feeling loving at the time. Maybe they need some time for themselves. Maybe they're stressed out. And if you're trying to get love from them, how are you supposed to fill up? How are you supposed to have that loving feeling? How are you supposed to feel amazing when you feel empty inside? There's a gentleman, and he wrote, "Love yourself like your life depends on it." And his name's Kamal. I don't remember his last name. But he talks about how he was at the verge of committing suicide, and he had lost his company, and he was really kind of depressed. He got in a breakup, and then his friend passed away. He learned a few things, but he learned this one thing, that he really needed to love himself. And how he began was he just looked in the mirror and said, "I love myself. I love myself. I love myself." And it's really an interesting to do, because if you've never done it, at least the first time I did that, is you feel weird inside, right? It's uncomfortable. For me personally, I started criticizing myself immediately. And it was hard. It was hard to look myself in the eye in the mirror. It was hard to say those words. It was hard to listen to all the criticizing voices in my head. It was really uncomfortable. But what happened over a course of some time, because I continued on because I thought it was really, really important to learn to love myself. Because if I don't love myself and fill up, how can I give to my kids? How can I give to my husband? How can I give to other people? My mom, my dad, my friends, my family, if I don't fill up with that love for myself, right? So when I go ahead and I can fill up with that love just by looking yourself in the mirror and saying, "I love myself," and doing it over and over again until that uncomfortable feeling becomes an okay feeling. And then what happens is that okay feeling becomes a good feeling. And then that good feeling becomes a warm feeling. And it's almost like you are, this warm, beautiful feeling, comes over you. And you're like, I have a beautiful sense and appreciation for yourself. And I know that may seem corny, but it's a really, really nice feeling when you're filled up with love, that you can go ahead and radiate love out to other people. So if you've never done it before, go ahead and try it. And just say, look in the mirror, deep into your eyes, and say, "I love myself. I love myself. I love myself." And what's fun is, if you go out throughout your day and you're interacting and you're doing your thing, maybe you're doing the dishes or cooking lunch or whatever it is, and you just repeat that. It's almost like a mantra you can start, "I love myself. I love myself." I remember the other night, I was laying in bed and I was like, "Oh, I love myself. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I love myself." And this warm feeling comes over you. Well, at least it did for me. And so I'd love to hear if you've tried this before, if what you felt, or if it's transformed you at all, or how you felt. And please leave in the comments below. I'd love to hear your journey in regards to this little experiment. Because one of the things I was interested in is, I love myself versus I am love, right? I am love. And so that's a little bit difference in phrases. And what I've done is both of them. So I'd be curious, whatever works for you, I'd be curious to see which one you prefer. I am love, right? I am love. or I love myself, whichever one works for you. But the key is to look in the mirror deep into your eyes and to express your love and to really truly fill yourself up with love. So I hope you enjoy this. I would love if, well, love. Today's all about love. If you think somebody else would be interested in hearing this message, please share it with them. Maybe they can benefit if they're feeling a little low, if they're feeling a little sad. Maybe they can benefit from this message as well, so we can raise that vibration out there and turn the world back to love. Anyway, bye. Take care.